Antony will not be returning to Manchester United after the international break. That's what we'll be discussing on today's video. But before we jump into that, please do smash a like on the video and please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. So obviously, as you guys all know, there are some very serious allegations that have been put towards Antony. Now, the club, Manchester United, have just put out an official statement in the last half an hour saying the following. They say, Manchester United acknowledges the allegations made against Antony. Players who have not participated in international matches are due back in training on Monday. However, it has been agreed with Antony that he will delay his return until further notice in order to address these allegations. It goes on to say that as a club, we condemn any acts of violence and abuse. We recognise the importance of safeguarding all of those involved in this situation and acknowledge the impacts that these allegations have on survivors of abuse. So, obviously, this story is one that keeps developing. I think there's now 3 different alleged victims that have come out speaking against Antony. Supposedly one of them's doing an interview on Brazilian TV today. You know, Antony put out an interview on Friday. It's a complete mess, this situation, even if you just look at it purely from a Manchester United's standpoint on how they're dealing with it. I think this was the right decision. I think them putting out this statement and saying that, he's not going to be part of the team until this has reached a conclusion. I think that's the correct decision because obviously, what's happened with Mason Greenwood, some of you, think he should have come back. Some of you think that he should still, he should have gone. People have differing opinions, but Manchester United have to make sure that they act in the same way as they did with Mason Greenwood, because otherwise it would be unfair, wouldn't it, to treat Mason Greenwood one way and Antony another way. Now, Antony has come out in the last 20 minutes as well and has put out the following statement. Antony says, I have agreed with Manchester United to take a period of absence while I addressed these allegations made against me. This was a mutual decision to avoid distraction to my teammates and unnecessary controversy for the club. I want to reiterate my innocence of the things I've been accused of, and I will fully cooperate with the police to help them reach the truth. I look forward to returning to play as soon as possible. So the stand from the club and from Manchester United, from the player as well, is that it's a mutual thing, okay? Antony will be paid in full. So Rob Dawson says the following. Antony remains on full pay and there is no timescale for his return. The decision has been signed off by Richard Arnold after talks with Erik ten Hag. So it's been made mutually, amongst all of the different parties. Antony and Manchester United have both agreed to this decision. I 100% agree with it. I think it's definitely the right thing. And you know what? If you are looking at it from a footballing perspective, some of you will say, let the courts deal with the situation. I only think about football, which is fine. That's your opinion. But I think, the one bit of Antony's statement which really jumped out to me was the bit where, the club have agreed to it because they don't want to have any unnecessary distractions to my teammates and unnecessary controversy for the club. Now, that was obviously what they did wrong with Mason Greenwood. It was an unnecessary distraction for a very, very long time, and it caused a lot of controversy. So I'm glad that they've done this. We can now start focusing on the game on Saturday. Obviously, I hope that this case reaches its conclusion. If he is guilty of it, then obviously he should have whatever punishments are, a part of that crime. If he's not guilty of it, then great, bring him back in the team. But that's not really something I want to talk about every single day. And the fact that they have now agreed to do this, at least that means that behind the scenes, they can, the police, whoever it is who's dealing with this case, can deal with it. Manchester United, Erik ten Hag can focus on football because we've got a game on Saturday. We've got a game in 6 days and we don't need this hanging over us. And I think that this is definitely the right outcome. But obviously, let me know what your thoughts are on this situation in the comment section below. Do you think Manchester United have handled it in the right period? Obviously, if we're looking at it from a footballing perspective, does Pellistri start on Saturday? Maybe Sancho starts there. Let me know in the comment section, who would you like to see start in the right wing position on Saturday in the game against Brighton? Obviously, Mason Mount can play there as well, although he is injured at the moment. So it looks like it will either be Pellistri or Jadon Sancho. Let me know in the comment section who would be your preferred starting winger for that game. Antony will not take part in the Brighton game. That has been confirmed. As always, please do smash a like on the video and subscribe on your way out. This has been Daily Red Devil. I've been Kieran, and I'll catch you all later.